Welcome to Blog to Your Talent. This is lesson 41. We are on the topic of how to fail at blogging.
And this, by the way, is our second to the last lesson for this e-course.
This is great.
Wow.
You're almost at the end. And on this particular lesson, we're going to talk about failing by misspelling obvious words. And what I mean by this is not the occasional missed word where you just misspelled it. It's not going to be a big deal if that happens.
And by the way, most of these blog programs will do the spell check as you go, and obviously I'm sure you've learned by now that it will underline something if it's not the correct spelling and suggest to you the correct spelling. So this is actually it's just that if you have a lot of misspellings, it can get really difficult for people to get
Well,
through.
actually that's not, there I have to add a correction because even though most of those blog programs will catch your spelling errors nowadays, because you're talking about your talent with a lot of specialized words, it will actually not often catch some of those special words because they're used in a very special way in your field of talent. And so that's where, in fact, sometimes it'll say you misspelled a word, but it's correctly spelled for your field of talent. So it can even be the reverse. Sometimes you have it correct, so don't let the spell checker correct you when it should be written that way.
Which is why a lot of what you do with your posts when you're finished is always go back. You want to hit that publish button because you want to be done with it.
Yes.
But one of the most important steps is to go back and just read through it, even out loud if you're not sure you're going to catch everything. Read through it and double check before you hit the
but
publish.
reading it out loud sometimes it's painful hearing your own voice, isn't
yeah.
it? But you still have to do it. So go through and check for the obvious misspellings in your field of talent. And the reason you want to do this is that if they come across your blog, other experts come across your blog, maybe not beginners because they won't know, but experts that you want to be in touch with, and they see you misspelling obvious words, they are going to see you as someone who doesn't care about the accuracy. They're going to start suspecting that the other stuff that you're doing is just as sloppy as your spelling
You're not
is.
taking enough care. And I have to say, some people are very natural spellers and others are not. And so don't let that bother you if you tend to just make a lot of spelling mistakes, but you're extremely bright and you absorb your information quickly. Just because you aren't as good at spelling, do take the extra time don't make that an excuse to keep going. I know it all, but somebody else is just going to have to work through my spelling problem. Don't take that attitude.
No.
In fact, even a sibling will help you. If you have a brother who is just really great at spelling, have that brother or that sister spell check for you.
We have that brother in this family.
We have that brother. We have two of those brothers in this family. And we have, the kids, when they need help, they just ask for it, and it does help to have someone help spell and then keep going on their blog post.
So what I want you to do as an exercise to take action here is I want you to find an online dictionary that you can easily click on and bookmark, so you don't have the excuse to say, I can't find it. So some of you will actually have still a manual dictionary. I have one myself. But
you mean a book form?
Yeah, in a book form manual.
The one
that is funny.
Pages.
Let's leave that in there.
Okay.
A physical dictionary. I have one and I enjoy using it, but you know what? It's not going to have the specialized words in there. And
It might. It depends on how old your talent is or how long it's been around.
True. But an online dictionary is the one that you'll want to have. In fact, some of you will have dictionaries that will specialize in your field of talent. So take advantage of bookmark it, have it handy. So that's your exercise for this one. Until the next lesson, happy talent journey.
Happy talent journey.